Hi, I'm Russell, Scott's brother, and this is my interview. What's this BAM shit and the kiss and the light and the... What's that stuff?
Just check it out, check it out.
BAM! I'm wicked! We have still got to do stuff like that!
So I asked this question to Mom, Dad, and Sonia, and I'm going to ask it to you. Did you suspect anything about my sexuality?
No, I didn't suspect anything about your sexuality.
So when I told you that I was gay, what was the first thing that came through your mind?
I was curious to know whether it was a phase or because you were young, you were grade 9 when you told me, so potentially in puberty a male could have attractions to the same sex around that time, and it could lean towards heterosexuality later in life, or it could be bisexual, could be many different things.
So what was the first negative comment going through your mind?
Well, probably when I asked you whether if you thought it was just a phase. I thought your doors were closed when you said you were a complete homosexual, and you didn't feel that you had the option to be able to consider yourself bisexual, or even if you were 80-20 or 95-5, you know, have those doors open to you, that if you're down the road and you're 30 and you meet a girl and you feel that you love this girl, that you will already have accepted the fact that there's a 5% or a 20% chance that you might be able to spend the rest of your life with her happily.
So to clarify, your position is that nobody is 100% gay or 100% straight. You believe rather that people are on a scale of bisexuality and they can be more to the gay side or more to the straight side. Is that correct?
I think doors should be left open for you as a person, whether you're straight or gay, to live a happy life. I don't believe anyone would want to be alone, but if you're more likely to be in the percentile to have a heterosexual relationship or a homosexual relationship and be more happy, then you'll probably land in that situation anyway. But if the doors are open and you're accepting that either door could happen, when you're 35 meet a girl, or when you're 35 and you're a man and meet a man that you want to spend the rest of your life with, I think both doors should be open for you as a person to live a happy life.
Sonia and I came to you on the Wednesday and told you I was gay, and we also told you that 2 days from then we'd be telling Mom and Dad. What was going through your mind knowing that on Friday I would be telling Mom and Dad? Were you nervous? What were you worried about?
I wasn't nervous about their acceptance for you. I knew that they would accept you for being who you are. I was more or less worried about how you felt, if you were nervous, if, like, you know, the struggle you would have gone through internally about coming out to your parents. That was more or less what I was more concerned about, was your struggle as opposed to their acceptance, which I knew that they would.
How has learning that I am gay changed the way you look at me and look at our family?
Hasn't changed the way I look at you. I still look at you as my best friend. Family situation has remained the same. We're a very open family and have always been an open family to each other, expressing concerns and secrets to each other, and for social, for not social, but for help, like moral support. And
how has learning that I'm gay affected the way you interact with the rest of the world? Are you more aware to homophobia? Are you more aware to civil rights issues? How has it changed the way you interact with the rest of the world?
Well, I've always been aware of the civil rights issues and whatnot, and I've always been very for gay rights and everything before you even told me you were homosexual. But I think What was the first part of your question?
How does it change the way you interact with the world? Do you notice homophobia?
Oh, in terms of terms used against gays in the gay community, like, I've been more aware and noticed, and actually I get upset if I hear certain slang terms now, more so because you're so close to me and you're gay, so it's that has opened my mind to different terms that are used surprisingly common.
So what would be your advice to me thinking about coming out in high school?
Well, I've always been sort of in the mindset that people in your age group still are clique oriented, and I think you'd get a lot of negative feedback, more so than you might want to handle in high school right at this time. And it's very important, school is very important to maintain and to finish high school, especially if you can get high school done in the given time frame when you're supposed to get it done. I know from experience that it's much harder when you have anxiety and school issues to go to school because people are nagging you or stuff like that. So in that aspect, I'd say wait. Maybe in the last half of your grade 12 year is probably the time when you can come out and know that, okay, if there's negative aspects, negative return, you're only there for a few months. Who cares about those little peons, you know? But if you come out, for instance, if you came out this year, you'd have 2 more full-length years. I think when you come out at school, especially in high school, it's different if you're in college because people are a lot more open-minded and you're going to have a lot of a different crowd. You're going to have the same people. They might be a little more mature, but you're also going to have the same people that'll be like gay bash or, screw you, but you're a big guy, so you won't have the, and you're certainly not one that comes across to the common eye as homosexual. So, you wouldn't get the people that would corner you and beat you up or something like that because you'd be twice as tall as the more than average people. So, but I've heard of people in high school that have gotten beaten up by 4 or 5 different people because they came out when they were in grade 9 or grade 10 or in high school, and kids treated differently. You're lucky you live in the year 2000 as opposed to the 1800s or the 1900s, because you wouldn't be able to do the things that you are able to do now, like marry your partner, adopt a child, artificially inseminate a female to actually have a child yourself. So there's many things that you can do to have a fulfilling life as a homosexual, where you have just as much right as anyone else. And so I guess the things that changed in our personal family history, or not history but future, is that you will bring home a partner that will be of the same sex. Will I accept him? Yes. If I like him. If I don't like him, though, I'll let you know. So you got a dick of a boyfriend. But so the same situation goes if if you were straight and brought home a girl, you know, that was a bitch, I'd tell you, straight up, like, alright, that's so close, man. Ow.
Just broke your neck.
Yeah.
That was my brother.
Wait a minute, you look taller than me. That's better.
That was my brother, and this has been today's video. I'll see you guys later.
BAM!